Hello and well wishes to you. Today I'm finally made it outside of the Disney bubble. I'm here at the Universal Orlando Resort. After covering the Disney parks for a while, I've definitely been wanting to come here to Universal Orlando Resort, and finally I'm able to step through the arches and take you along with me. And to commemorate my first video here in Universal, I'm going to share some points and tips of things that I wish I knew my first time coming here to help save you time and make the most of your trip when you're here. So buckle up, because we got some thrilling rides, some immersive lands, and some rides that you can definitely skip. All of that coming. Let's go have some fun. So for point one, let's talk about annual passes and how it might save you money. So if you're considering just coming to Orlando, like your family might be too old for Disney, or you want to skip Disney altogether, how dare you? You're never too old for Disney. But if you're looking to save money, Universal is definitely an option to consider. All right, now it's no secret that Disney World is quite expensive, and Universal is definitely a good alternative for saving money. You get the theme park vibes for a cheaper price. So if you come here, you know, let's say come here for a week, end of July, August, something like that, you get an annual pass for everybody, and then come back sometime in June. That's how the annual pass can pay for itself. You take the two trips within a year of each other, and you might actually save money and come out ahead. There are currently 4 different tiers. There's the Premier, Preferred, Power, and Seasonal. So my suggestion is going for the Premier. The Premier Pass is a very good option. You got parking is included, and then maybe for the rest of your family, get the Power, the one below that. So you can save even more money in that way. The Power one has a couple of blockout dates though. That one is, the blockout dates for that would be Thanksgiving week, Christmas, New Year's, and spring break and Easter. That's pretty much it. There's no other blockout dates with that. So if you're coming in the summertime, you're golden. And like I said, you come out ahead with the ticket prices, and you know, you also get some merchandise discounts, food discounts that Disney doesn't have. Yeah, it's only 10%, but with all the snacks and things you can get here, alcohol not included, you definitely can come ahead. I also want to mention this: the parking. After 6 o'clock p.m., the parking is free. So on your check-in day, I would suggest coming here. If you get the annual pass, check-in day after 6, come here. You won't have to pay for parking, because the parking for that first visit is not included. So check-in day, come here to City Walk after 6 o'clock, and then get your tickets, and you're ready for the rest of the vacation. As long as I can remember, I always wanted to ride thrill rides. So at Disney World, the highest thrill rides there would be Rock and Roller Coaster and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. But you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe I'd give them both an equal 7. You know, the Rock and Roller Coaster has 3 inversions, and with Cosmic Rewind there's a lot of hills, so you get a lot of 0G. But this top hat here on VelociCoaster is euphoric. Once you're up at the top, that 0G seems to last forever, because it does slow down, and you come down this steep drop and then go right into an upside down, what seems like forever, corkscrew. It's so amazing. There's many more inversions. This thing would be like a 9 out of 10 as far as thrills. But the thrills don't end here. You also have the Incredible Hulk coaster over there. You've got the Mummy in Universal Studios, an indoor coaster, very good. There's the Rise Tower. I mean, admittedly that has nothing on Tower of Terror, but plenty more thrills to be had here in Universal Orlando. into this is if you have smaller children, these height requirements are much taller than Disney. Because actually the Guardians of the Galaxy, that's only what, 40 inches. That's quite short. You don't have to be that tall to be able to ride that ride, and that's kind of, like I said, a 7 out of 10. The good news is at the front of the parks they have this, as every place should. How tall you need to be for the different rides. For point 3, security is no joke. So as you enter the park, there is there's one security checkpoint, and there you have to empty your pockets, take off your metal belts if you have a metal belt buckle. You keep your hat on. If you have a drink in your hand, like Gatorade, water, you walk through with that. But everything else, phones, keys, wallets, anything in your pockets will have to come out onto the bins, and then you go through. Where the difference is with Disney World, the only thing you have to do is eyeglass cases and your umbrella, just hold them in front of you. Keep everything with you, walk right through those little gates, and if they stop you, then they'll have to check the bags. Other than that, with here in Universal, you have to empty everything. So even in getting that B-roll just now, I forgot my belt. I left it on. The metal detector went off. Yeah, you gotta empty everything. That leads us into point number 4, where you should pack light as you can, because the roller coasters, you cannot bring anything with you. And a couple of them, like VelociCoaster, the Rip Ride Rocket, and the Incredible Hulk coaster, you cannot have anything in your pockets because there's a second metal detector. You have to use those lockers. So the good news about the lockers is that they are free. The bad news is that they are kind of small. So if you have a big backpack, you don't want to end up going into one of the lines, be stopped, told to use one of the lockers, and find that your bag doesn't fit. And then you have to go all the way to the front of the park and use one of the paid bigger lockers. So it is best to try to pack as light as you can. Small sling bag, snacks, things that'll fit in your pocket. And speaking of things in your pocket, you have to put it into the locker, right? If it fits in your pocket, like a phone, for example, yeah, that's not allowed. Well, definitely not allowed on the Hulk or Rip Ride Rocket or VelociCoaster, because those have a separate metal detector. The other rides that require lockers, well, you also have to put those into the locker. But really on the more thrilling ones, the ones they have the metal detectors, the one that are outside, things can't fall out of your pocket, and that's why they require that. You may also want to leave your hat and glasses. This net has caught all sorts of stuff already. Point 5, the lands are more well themed and immersive than you may think. Here I am in Springfield, which is amazing. So you're walking the streets of Springfield, and what I found out is there are exclusive beers themed to these lands. One of the coolest surprises for me, the adult me, is that Universal has exclusive beers brewed just for their parks, and they're themed to the different lands, and it's really cool. So Duff Beer, I heard about that when Springfield was opening. I knew Duff Beer. I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. It's very cool, to have a Duff Beer from the show. And but then there's also Hogshead Brew, Hogsmeade. Hogsmeade has a couple of different beers. Jurassic World has an IPA that's very delicious. So you can actually be doing there's drinks around the world at Epcot, but there's also the beers around Universal. Here's a Duff Beer. It is an amber lager, and cheers. Yeah, it's got a weedy aroma. This is just a nice, crisp amber lager. goes down smoothly, and it's nice and refreshing. And it's really cool that you can get these themed drinks, themed beers specifically, at these different lands. But it's not just the alcoholic beverages. Take the Wizarding World, for example. You can have butterbeer or snacks and things like that. All types of immersive snacks and things to consume. If you have the annual pass, you're gonna get that discount. Not on alcohol though. For bonus 0.6, I would say I wish I'd known to skip this ride. Fast and Furious Supercharge, it's as bad as everyone says. Listen, the only time to ride this is to experience how poorly it really is. Don't say you haven't been warned. And I would only say to ride it if you have the annual pass. Take tip number 1. You've done everything else. It's the only thing you haven't done yet. Then okay, experience and see exactly what's so bad about it. Because it's really bad. They gotta bring back Earthquake. That was such a better one. Ugh. Dr. Victor Von Doom.
Can I help you?
Hello, how are you? I mean, look, listen, it is actually a pleasure to meet you.
If that shook you are.
Oh, no?
I'm not on there.
Listen, you have to keep your eye on your enemies, right? Keep your enemies closer. Keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. These are, you know, just got to keep a watchful eye on them, you know?
So you're really a spy, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you really work for me, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll say.
Right
well,
there.
I work with you.
I like definitive answers. Yes or no.
I work
with me, right?
Yes, I work with you.
Excellent.
Yes.
And you're spying other superheroes to bring me back information, right?
Yes, I haven't seen anybody yet, but you know, I'll let you know.
Well, watch out for them, all right?
Absolutely.
I heard they're out here somewhere.
Yes.
So you're recruiting people for me, right?
I can do that. I can do that. I wasn't, but I'll do that. I'll add that to my agenda.
Exactly. You have a big agenda, then.
Yes. There's a lot of people around.
Find superheroes.
Yes.
You think you can do that?
I believe so.
I don't take failure as an option.
Okay.
All right.
Neither do I. Alrighty then. Farewell. Hey, got a villain there. So that is more to come. I gotta do some research on who you can meet, because future gonna take on the challenge of trying to meet everybody. So subscribe. They're all around. We got Wolverine over here. There's Captain America. Man, Disney got nothing on Marvel. All you can meet is Star-Lord over there in Epcot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that challenge. And that wraps up my quick little first-timers guide to Universal Orlando. I mean, there's tons of things to know about here. And I'm just getting started. So yeah, if you've been to Orlando before, share some of your tips that you wish you've known in the comments below. And yeah, I'm looking forward to starting the journey in Orlando, Universal Orlando, and you know, Disney alike. Do some comparisons and just continue to give some tips and just have fun. So if you're still here, give the video a like, subscribe for more. Like I said, I'm going to be doing both Universal and Disney World from now on, and you know, expanding from other stuff in Central Florida, Orlando area, vacation ideas. There's lots to do here. So thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thanks for commenting, and until the next video, get out there and have some fun.